federal government welcomes United Nations move to tackle development challenges in the Sahel region. Nexim Bank to raise 37 billion naira to boost agriculture. Nigeria's foreign debt rises by 17% in the first half of 2018 to 22.1 billion naira. Plus, IMF harps on structural reforms and non-oil revenue mobilization. This and more on this edition of Business Express. I am Moplang Dakok. Glad to know you're still there. The federal government has welcomed the Sahel initiative by the United Nations aimed at tackling development challenges of countries in the Sahel region of Africa, noting that security challenges ravaging the region have taken much of the resources that would have been channeled to development programs. The Minister of Budget and National Planning, Udoma Udoma, while receiving the special advisor in the Office of the Secretary General of the United Nations in charge of the Sahel region, Mr. Ibrahim Teo in Abuja, said government considers the UN Sahel project a very important initiative. He said it was gratifying to note that the United Nations is giving serious attention to the development of the Sahel and pledged Nigeria's willingness to work alongside the other 9 countries in the region to address the challenges of developing the region. And the National Bureau of Statistics, NBS, says Nigeria's foreign debt at the end of the first half of 2018 stood at $22.08 billion. This represents a 17% rise over the $18.9 billion recorded at the end of 2017. The breakdown, according to the NBS, shows that foreign and domestic debt for the second quarter 2018 amounted to $10.88 billion. They were from multilateral agencies, $274.98 million from bilateral, and another $2.12 billion investment spending should be the areas of focus. Meanwhile, traders in Abuja are optimistic that the Trader Money initiative would enable them expand their businesses. Some of them spoke with Business Express on what they would do with that money.
Go help me now, because all the things where they say, if I see 10,000, I go know how to maintain now. The way they take talk about it, they easy, because they say they would go they return and 430 now.
Help me, it help Nigeria. It helps somebody like me. I'm not talking on that person, man.
I'm happy. A little empowerment.
If I will need, we need 100, and the 10,000 is too small for me.
The federal government has set in motion modalities towards reducing the prices of local rice across the country. Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development, Audu Ogbe, says a special fund has been set up to support rice producers, millers, as well as marketers of the commodity. Musa Baba Aliu reports.
The federal government is concerned about the high prices of local rice in the country, despite the fact that the country has made significant progress in the production of rice paddy. This meeting between the federal government officials, rice farmers and millers is to therefore discuss factors responsible for the high cost of local rice.
Because we are concerned about the cost of rice for the Nigerian family. We want our people to feed well and feed cheaply. But these things have to be managed carefully because we're dealing with public funds.
The government says the impact of flood on rice plantations calls for concerns. The minister, however, announced that focus will be on dry season farming to cover the losses recorded to flood.
That as soon as the rains go down, you'll go into new cropping. So that some of the residual water in the land and the irrigation facilities will give us another harvest of rice in about 90 days to 120 days. So we can supply rice to the millers.
Over 40,000 hectares of rice farms have either washed away or submerged across most rice-producing states.
The federal government has commenced the process to concession 22 out of its 33 silo complexes across the country to the private sector. Minister of Agriculture and Rural Development, Audu Ogbe, said the concession of the silos would ensure availability of affordable grains across the country. Adamu Sambo reports.
Nigeria currently has 33 silos constructed by the federal government over the last 10 years with a capacity of more than 1.3 million metric tons of grains. The silos are spread almost evenly across the 6 geopolitical zones of the country.
In 2014, government decided to privatize or concession some of these silos so the private sector can help use them and pay a fee to the federal government. The process was carried on by the World Bank, the Concession Committee of Government, NGOs, the private sector, and the Ministry of Agric. It has taken this long to arrive at this because we wanted absolute accountability.
With President Muhammadu Buhari presiding, the council approved that 20 of the silos be concessioned to earn for government 6 billion naira in the 10-year period be kept in line with global best practice.
To further speak on the economic benefits of the federal government's commencement process to concession 22 of its silo complexes across the country to the private sector, we are being joined by Chairman House Committee on Agriculture, Mohammed Tahir Mongono. You're welcome to Business Express.
It's a pleasure meeting you.
All right. The federal government has commenced the process of concessioning some of its silos. What does this mean? And can you tell us about the implications, the likely implications?
Well, for now, Nigeria has the capacity of 1.3 million metric tons.
Okay.
But we can only utilize 300,000 metric tons of this capacity.
Okay.
And that brought about the necessity to concession these silos with a view to putting into maximum use our installed capacity of 1.3 metric tons. And then by concessioning it, for now, it is being concessioned for 6 billion naira. But during the period of concession in Nigeria is going to earn about 24 billion naira. And then we are going to save about 120 billion naira that ordinarily could have been used in the maintenance of these silos. So there is tremendous advantage, one of saving money that ordinarily will have been used in maintaining these silos to the tune of 120 billion naira, and also earning additional 24 billion naira in the course during the period of concessioning, and also the need to utilize our 1.3 million metric tons maximally as compared to the 300 metric tons that we are now using. So that is the advantage that will accrue in the concessioning.
Okay.
Concession to one have track record.
Okay.
People like Dangote.
Okay.
They have a track record of very good business ethics, and at the same time, government will also closely monitor their activities. They are not given a blanket check to do whatever they deem fit. So government is going to closely monitor their activities so that the interests of the public will not be adversely affected.
Okay. So do you see this ultimately leading to food security that we so much need in the country?
Yes, definitely it's going to lead to food security in the sense that these private sector people to whom these silos are concession to are also going to engage in massive production of these grains, and also organize farmers into groups, give them all the necessary support and wherewithal to produce for the purpose of uptaking them and then also storing them. So it will go a long way in bringing about the much needed food security, one by also attracting our teeming unemployed youth to also embrace agriculture as a means of livelihood, especially against the background of the fact that there is now a paradigm shift of looking at agriculture from a business perspective rather than a developmental perspective. So the advantages is that it's not only going to create food security, but it's also going to create employment to our teeming unemployed youths, and then also stop all the security challenges that is usually associated with unemployment of our teeming youths.
Okay. So what's the position of the legislature about the concession?
Well, the legislature is fully in support of the concessioning, having regard to the advantages that I have earlier on highlighted to you about the non-utilization of the 1.3 million installed capacity of our silos. We are only utilizing 300 metric tons, and also the cost that we are ordinarily going to save to this tune of about 120 billion naira that ordinarily will have used in maintaining these silos, and also the 24 billion naira that we are going to earn in the period of the concessioning, and then the initial civilian that the government is also going to earn for the concession. So having regard to these advantages, the legislature is fully in support of this action by the executive arm of government.
All right. We've been speaking with the Chairman, House Committee on Agriculture, Mohammed Tahir Mongono. Thanks for sharing your thoughts with us on Business Express.
Thank you very much.
All right.
I'm grateful.
All right.
Thank you.
Moving on, the Abuja chapter of Commerce says it is providing a platform for sharing of trade, investment and market opportunities, as well as information to support the Made in Nigeria initiative. Director General of the Chamber, Tonya Soyele, says 43 countries would join local investors in Abuja Fair to cross-fertilize ideas that would ultimately enhance the productivity of local industries.
That Vietnam does not plant a tree of cashew, but they're number 2 on the ladder of exporters of cashew. And you ask me where they get this from? Nigeria. They come to take it and sell it back to you as cashew nut, roasted. So he's out there to speak with them and to agree that we have enough cashews in Nigeria. Bring these machineries. Let's also roast them and export. You can then buy the finished goods from us.
The National Bureau of Statistics, NBS, will spend $3.5 million in carrying out the 2018 Living Standard Survey. The Statistician General, Yemi Kale, says the grant by the World Bank would be disbursed to the NBS through the National Social Safety Net Coordinating Office, NASCO. The report. Of the standard of living of its citizens with a view to tracking the social indicators that would ultimately lead to social inclusion and poverty eradication. Statistician General of the Federation, Yemi Kale, says all is set for the 2018 survey, which will cover over 22,000 selected households over the next 1 year.
Part of the information we need to rebase is what we are doing right now. To be able to rebase, you need to get information on household consumption expenditure. It has not been done since 2009. We don't want to rebase. The 2009 data was good for the last rebasing, but for the next one, you need updated information.
We have a good synergy. We are getting the money in tranches. The front tranches are just been released, and that's why we have, you see the SG talk, that we are starting the feedback.
Waiting for the results of the survey, which would serve as quality data for aid and intervention for the country. The Nigerian National Petroleum Corporation, NNPC, has consolidated on its operational performance with a trading surplus of 17.16 billion naira in the month of April 2018. NNPC Group General Manager, Group Public Affairs Division, Ndu Ugamadu, said this was part of the highlight of the corporation's monthly financial and operations report for April 2018. According to the report, the trading surplus was achieved through a combined higher performance by the upstream, midstream, and downstream sectors, as well as a reduction in corporate headquarters operational expenditure. And the federal government has unveiled plans to create an export trading company to replace the defunct commodity boards to aggregate main agricultural produce such as palm oil, cocoa, cashew, groundnuts, as well as semi-finished and finished products. Executive Director of the Nigerian Export Promotion Council, Segun Awolowo, said the proposed corporation, to be co-funded with private operators, would serve as a clearinghouse for commodity off-taking, quality control, price stabilization, and supply network for international and local industries. Mr. Segun Awolowo emphasized that Nigeria had exported enough raw materials since the colonial era and that it was time the country started adding value to the available raw materials to develop the economy, create jobs, and penetrate competitive international markets. Meanwhile, the Nigerian stock market maintained gains Friday to see the all-share index add 0.18% to close at 32,540.17 points. Now, outside Nigeria, markets in Europe and Asia posted gains during their respective
9.93. Shanghai Composite gained 68.24 points to close 2,797.49. Hong Kong Hang Seng Index climbed 1.73% at 27,953.58.
Let's now take a look at how Nigeria's currency is exchanging for international currencies. Remember to send us your feedback via email businessexpress@nta.gov.ng. You can also reach us through our Twitter handle, and the handle is NTA News Now. Don't forget to use the hashtag BizX showing on your screen. From all of us here, have a wonderful weekend and see you next week.
Television network in Africa, the NTA, we bring to you Weekend File, where we seek the views of experts, government functionaries, movers of the economy, and the ordinary Nigerian on developmental challenges confronting the nation in an era of diversification, the process that is meant to reinvigorate all aspects of our national life in education, science, technology, and innovation, agriculture, health, and other aspects of societal development. The Weekend File crew has the onerous task of articulating all the issues, ensuring that all perspectives are brought to the table. On the show, all things matter and opinions of every class count. Weekend File shows every Saturday at 9 p.m. on the NTA network service. It is your weekend companion and a destination for news, views, and analysis. It is unmissable.
What does scoring a football goal and mathematics have in common? In the world of Ubongo Kids, everything we do can be related to math and science. Join Kiduchu, Kibena, Koba, Amani, Baraka, and their animal friends as they solve problems and go on fun learning adventures.
Don't you see it? We're going around the moon.
Watch brand new episodes of Ubongo Kids, Nigeria's favorite educational cartoon show, every Saturday at 9:30 a.m. on NTA.
Yes, it be like say they want to tell us another story again, yo. Now so, you know, say people they say I be superstar, but for me, the real superstars are those people where they go vote for the candidate of their choice without violence. So for this upcoming elections, be my superstar. Vote. No fights, no violence, because the election will be won. We work together so the future will be brighter.
This is the network service of the NTA.
Khadija, how are you now?
You know they say, can I have some?
Okay.
Hey, don't do this.
I
don't
think
be
you're
wicked.
doing fine.
Be
You're
wicked.
doing fine.
Please take. No, they do bad.
Anyway, I just wanted your opinion about something.
Waiting. I didn't hear you. Waiting. Cassie. Waiting.
Cassie, are you still going to ask her? Why not? Khadijat would have experience about stuff like this now.
But I already told you I will find out. Don't you trust my versatility anymore?
I never said that now. I never said that.
Whatever. See you later.
Don't tell me you're jealous, so.
What do you want to ask me where they cause 12 na quarrel?
See, we are not quarreling, eh? It's just a little misunderstanding.
The question where I ask, they say, what do you want to ask me?
I'm having some sort of acne on my stomach.
I don't understand. You dey get waiting for your belly?
Oh, I'm sorry. Let me bring it down to your level, your class, I mean. I need local cream.
I don't understand.
I need a local cream.
No, I understand local cream. Now my class, now I don't understand.
Khadijat now. I mean understanding, like, you know, understanding, like, you know.
I've been telling you, say I don't understand.
It's not fight. Anyway, would you help me get local cream?
I will think about them.
Think about what?
Your ear no deceive you. I say I go think about them.
But there is nothing to think about.
Kasi, I beg. No vex me. Because you don't already vex me now, no vex me.
Sorry. Just sorry. This Khadija thing.
How are you doing, girl?
I'm doing good.
What are you writing?
Just ideas.
What kind of ideas?
Ideas that can be transformed into a script.
You didn't tell me you're not a script writer.
No, I'm not.
Then what is it?
Well, I just write stories and give them to the writer to develop.
Wow. Trust me, you must be paid for that.
Definitely.
So tell me, what inspires you?
Anything.
Anything like what?
Anything I see around me.
You mean even in this house?
Why not? If it gets my attention, then.
Let me live in peace.
Khadijat, thank you so much for the cream.
No,
Really, I really appreciate it.
no problem. Now the thing be say when person they won't do something to help, and I know they talk well to encourage them.
What do you mean by that?
You don't understand what's not they talk? Eh? Make I collect my cream back.
Calm down now. I didn't mean anything by it.
Maybe like that.
Okay, but if I understood what you said, we talk anyhow.
What's not I talk? Dear Khadijat.
Get over yourself and see.
That's cold.
It wasn't meant to be.
Don't worry, I'll keep it in mind.
Khadijat, so what's the occasion?
Sister, nothing as work not too plenty for my hand. I say my just rest. Chill.
Is that so?
That's what I see.
That's
what I see.
So you just decided to make up, look good, feel pretty.
My dear, I want to do now. Eh? No be every time person go they look like saying now only you walk past. Sometimes you need to kit up, eh?
You know what? It really fits you. You look really beautiful.
Thank you.
You know what? This your makeup, eh? It reminds me of one of my friend. Very striking resemblance.
Tell me something.
Please.
Excuse me.
I was doing this one now. Don't mind her. She's jealous. No, today is your day. This your makeup is just, you know, outstanding. Correct makeup. Before.
Emeka, what on earth are you doing?
Madam Ada, I just check for rainbow.
Hey. By this time of the year, rainbow?
Yes, because I dream say I see rainbow. Inside the dream where I see the rainbow, una come increase my salary.
And you want the dream to come to life?
Yes, now. You don't even end there.
Tell me, what else did you dream of?
I dream again, say,
You know, say, as una dey kind-hearted, now so una come give me house girl joy.
Emeka, open the gates. Open this gate, let me go out.
At times,
and keep dreaming.
See this dream where
one more word from you, we will reduce your salary to 3,500. Open the gates.
That one, no vex.
No, say talk now. Nonsense. Dreamer.
See, at times, these people, una they underrate the dream. Oh. Now, so Joseph will take dream, say, he go become king. He become king. Problem. I know, say, one day my dream will come to pass. At least. Make I remind myself of in those days.
But how do you even reach inside those other things that we even talked about?
Check out now. Check out. You confirm which one with the home. You understand? We'll go put that there for you.
She naked me. I be dream. Not be dream. He pay me. Two things they strange for here. Khadija, apply makeup. Auntie and Nkasi, take the whole hand. They laugh like pets. Hey, hey. This one get as you. Anyway, me self carry draft. Only me the player. Waiting we not go see for this life.
I'm telling you.
Oh, yeah.
Because hey, I don't even.
I won't die for love.
Next time, we
as soon as take open and before, na so na for take open and enter na.
Make her open the gate, please.
I did hear una pass before, una no even notice me, una no greet person. Welcome.
How you dey?
I dey fine.
So that other woman, we will not go to her shop again. Telling him, that guy. But all that guy was cheap now. No, it was cheaper. Oh, Khadija, I'm telling you something. Oh.
This cloth. It go good for confirm outing. We be say if I wear this kind of cloth, enter town. All the babes. And go know say yes. So on the Mecca.
Emeka.
Madam. Wow.
What's happen?
That is, Makajuku. The way you take fine, Hi. You remain small, make I get heart attack.
I don't hear you. Thank
you. No me say I thought you know they remind me, but you self look at then you they remind me. We went to come out of my cloth if we're in the fall.
Which kind of nonsense? But they follow you where?
I just talk where I talk.
Anyway, as you don't wear fine shirts, so that won't concern you. You will carry on like that, go pack those dirty for back.
Try. Man picking don't suffer. Eh? So as I look fine like this, you know like and you dey envy me. Make I wear this fine cloth, go to pack dustbin. God no go gree, I reject it.
Hi. All these kind of things, they vex me. No, now. No. Go meet her now. Now this kind of thing, they vex me. Trish, you did there? Sorry, I hope I no hit you.
And apologizing, Khadijat. Wonders shall never end.
Thank you.
More wonders.
What's now coming? No do make I change, oh.
Change how? Why?
As I no get work this period now, I just want day house rest. I beg. make I just rest that rest.
Okay, good for you then. But is that the reason you've changed this much?
Come. Hey, I dey come.
This friendship is way beyond me.
Emeka!
Madam Ada, waiting there.
What?
Waiting I talk.
Emeka, why would you answer me like that? Is there anything going on between us?
I say waiting there. I just want to know if you need anything.
Emeka, don't you dare answer me in that manner. Is that clear?
Okay.
Good.
No vex. One final thing. How I go take the answer you?
Emeka, are you still asking me how you should answer me, Emeka? You're asking me.
Nah, just question.
Okay. Previous times.
Okay. Like?
Emeka, say something else. And not what you're saying now. Anyway, that's not the reason why I'm calling you. Please go and pump the water. That's why I'm calling you. Okay. Thank you.
I beg, no vex. Light day. I just question now. Sir, some be like say, don't lose them all.
Ada, why are you stalking me?
Stalking is not my thing. You made me do it.
I made you do it. How?
On the paper. I can see you're writing your ideas based on what you say in this house.
And what's wrong with that?
A lot, my dear. A lot.
Well, I didn't specify anything there.
Still unacceptable. I am keeping this paper.
You can't keep it.
Watch me do it.
Ada, you can't do that.
I am doing it.
I hope you're not telling anyone about this.
I will.
Can't say. Mm-hmm. So what's this your newfound friendship with Khadijat all about?
What is it with you? You don't like peace?
I didn't say that.
Okay. Anyway, it's just with a whole new makeup thingy. She just reminds me of a friend.
She does?
Mm-hmm. She does.
So she's your newfound friend, right?
I guess you could say that.
So tell me, how do you keep up with that?
What do you mean?
I mean, her manners and all. How do you keep up with that?
Nah, that's not a problem now. It's not a problem at all.
Okay.
I'm coming!
No.
Did you greet me?
Sorry. No vex. No vex. Good day, ma.
That is more like it. So what were you saying?
Waiting I won't talk. Not be, I know say you no concern me.